Hello and welcome to Puzzles Anonymous. My name is Kevin and I'm a puzzle addict and I'm looking for new, more difficult ways to get my fix. Monday crosswords are fairly easy. Some would say they are the easiest crosswords because that is intentionally how it is structured, putting the easy ones at the beginning. So I'm always kind of looking for new ways to make a Monday interesting. So I'm going to try something today that I've done on my own before. This is actually sort of a method for getting better at crosswords and learning how to infer things. Is that I'm only going to do the down clues. I'm not going to look at the across clues at all. I'm going to look at the clues for the downs and put those answers in. And then I have to use that to try to infer what the Monday answers are, or the across answers are on this Monday. I actually learned this strategy from Deb's blog down here. Oh, Sam. Deb didn't write it. It's Sam today. Isn't Deb's... I thought it was Deb Corbin also. Is this like... What am I talking about? Was it always Sam? Was it always Sam and I've been saying Deb this whole time? I'm sorry, Sam. Whatever. But in her blog at one point, she mentioned this strategy as something that people do to get better at crosswords. Sorry, my throat is a little rough. So I'm going to try it. I usually do this on my phone. I have done it before. I don't know how to record my phone and how to make it compelling. You don't want to see me just like doing that. I do know how to record my phone, but I don't know. I don't know. It wouldn't be interesting. But the browser version is more difficult. On the phone, it's really great because they have it formatted where it's just in one column. So you go through the acrosses and then you go through the downs. So it's pretty easy to avoid the acrosses. I'll show you this on a different crossword so we're not running into any clues here. Let's just go back to 2020 and just pick a random crossword. So here's the issue, is I have it in widescreen mode and it's just the across and down are right here. Why did I say widescreen mode? Full screen mode. But if I were to adjust the window, it just kind of like squeezes it like, oh, actually, if I get it narrow enough, it does actually do it. But here's the problem, because I was testing it the other day. It still keeps the across on top of the down. Sue at Chicago's Field Museum is a T-Rex. It's pretty good for a Friday to get one right away. So there's no way to hide the acrosses. It just... it always stays on top. So this is how it's formatted on the phone, but you can scroll down to just B to the downs. But the acrosses are always there, which is kind of frustrating. What is nice about it, the way it's formatted, is if you look at the puzzle, the clue is always right above there. So what I can try to do is just look at that and not even look at the down. The tricky thing is it always starts at one across. This is also indie. This seems easy for a Friday. I clicked on a Friday, right? Why am I shouldn't be getting them all this fast on a Friday. Whatever. When I open the puzzle, I have to hit the space bar right away, so it switches to down, so I don't see the across at all. I wish almost that I could like put another window in front of it, but then of course, as soon as I click on Chrome, then it's going to make it the active window again. It's going to bring it up. So if anyone, is smart with computers and knows a way that I could hide the columns, that would be nice. Otherwise, I'm just going to, when I launch this, I'm going to hit the space bar and focus just on the left-hand side of the screen and not look at the clues on the right at all. It's kind of tricky to do, and I'm probably going to fail at it a few times and accidentally see some spoilers, but whatever. We're just doing this for fun. We're trying our best here. All right, here we go. Maybe I'll actually close my eyes when I do this. I'm going to close my eyes, hit play, hit spacebar, and then get cracking. Okay, I did not see the one across. This is how I'm like focusing super hard on the left-hand side of the screen and just trying to like not read anything in my periphery. I don't want to look at the clues, but like an interesting thing about reading is once you know how to read, you can't unlearn how to read. Like I hate advertising. I hate there's billboards everywhere, and I hate that when you see a billboard, your brain has no choice but to process those words. I wish you could like temporarily turn off your reading ability if you didn't want to. Chicken left over. Would this be like the bone, like a wishbone? I don't know. Be adjacent to is probably a butt. I don't know if you've heard. I don't know if you've heard a thing of like when you learn words from reading and you don't know how the words are pronounced out loud, and then like the first time you say it out loud, people make fun of you. It's like, don't be a dick. But adjacent, I always thought was adjacent. And the first time I said it in front of other people, do you think they were nice about it? Do you think they said, hey, Kevin, I think you're pronouncing it wrong? No. They were like, adjacent? What? What's wrong with you? Why'd you say it like that? Okay, 3 down. Musician's conclusion is a coda. A beer barrel is a keg. So here we go. We're already trying to infer things here. And this one's tricky because it's in the corner, and we're going to have that like 4 times where there are these corners that don't really connect that well. So we're going to be trying pretty hard to infer things. But I can tell already that 14 across is probably going to be oboe. And again, I'm not looking at the clues. You can probably see the clues if you're looking at the across. I cannot. So I could, but I'm trying not to. So I'm just trying to guess from the letters that are there. Oboe. I did think bone originally for chicken. I didn't feel super good about it, but that would make one back, which is a word. It would make this something with nudge. It would make 20 ETA. So that I feel pretty good about bone. Since you've been gone, Kelly Clarkson, I can breathe for the first time. Mess up as hair. Fuss. Muss. Noogie. Tossle. I think it's tossle. As well as, don't know, beyond big, gigantic? Yes. Big public argument. I don't know. But now looking at these other ones, I feel like 5 across could be stage. 15 is probably ionic. So let's see if we put stage and ionic. Does that make, as well as, this is probably and. Big public argument. EC, I don't know. And now 17. Something's wrong here, and it's probably tossle, but this doesn't look like, it's too many consonants together. I feel like this could be nudge. Mid-East leaders would be emirs. That came up recently. But MCT doesn't look like it's anything, so I almost want to, I think it's tossle, but I'm spelling it wrong. 17 almost seems like it's nudge. Nudge is as good as a wink to a blind bat. I'm still not sure about 9 down. And here's the thing, I only put ionic because it looks like a word that could fit, but it's not for certain. Is it tussle, like Tousle? That still doesn't really. Oh yeah, because MCs could be something. That's like, it's probably short for rappers. Oh, I wish I could see these clues. Now I'm just in this area because I will do all the downs first and then focus on the acrosses, but I'm sort of in this area here. Is 24 across going to be miel, the French word for honey? Maybe. Keep cool in a pool, perhaps. I don't know, and that's a long one, so I actually am going to go back to just doing all the downs. Baked things that might get people baked. That's going to be brownies with THC in them. Would they include that as weed brownies? This also feels like baked things. Is it just THC brownies? I'm going to leave it blank for now. That also doesn't seem like a thing that the Times would do. That feels like a puzzle clue again. Currency that replaced the mark and peseta. The euro got an A+ on aced. They, them pronouns. So now if we go back to THC brownies, that doesn't seem right, because again, teat feels like not something they would put. Hutch is nothing. Cree is something. That would be a Native American group. And I guess hutch could be a proper noun. I don't know. 22 across is probably anybody. Let's see. Tug hard is yank. So I do think 22 across is anybody. So that does seem like brownies. So maybe, Teat does work. It's not like too dirty for New York Times. It's really not dirty at all. But they sometimes shy away from those sort of things. But I don't know. They're loosening up a bit, I think. Something's wrong with big public argument. It's a scene, so stage is wrong. Stags. Big public argument is a scene. So yeah, I mean, this is the tricky thing. Like, if I looked at what the clue was for 5 across, it's probably something like male deer. And I'm just like, well, it's got to be stage, because the first thing I think of. But then, 25 across is near. This is really fun to do. I hope it's interesting to watch. But I always say leave shit in the comments. I know that's like a meme in YouTube, and it's because it's for monetization. You get more if you get likes and comments. It actually like increases your score. I am not concerned about that. I know that I have 3 viewers. I'm not trying to get monetized on this. So when I say, tell me in the comments if what I'm doing is interesting, I mean it. I don't want to waste anyone's time. This is fun for me, but I also want it to be fun for the people watching. So yeah, if you are watching this and hate it, tell me. Or it doesn't have to be in the comments. Text me. Because if you're watching this, we're probably friends in real life. EGOT winning actress Davis is Viola. So 31 across is probably going to be novel. Contributed to a kitty. That's probably Auntie, right? Antied. I feel like the kitty, that's like a gambling thing. Or sometimes it's a charity thing. Like when you're all raising money for something. But Nova's would work, and I'm seeing loses traction on the road is slips. Sometimes I think too hard about, or is it skids? Sometimes I think too hard about the across, and I just need to do some downs and see what we got. Yeah, because, 37. This is fun, figuring out the theme from it. I know what the theme is now. And 37 is going to be a themed clue, because look at 17 is nudge, nudge. 37 is going to be wink, wink. Is this a reference to that Monty Python thing? Take home amount is your net pay. 46 across is probably tailed. So then this would be an A, but I don't know if that works. Oh, no, this would be an A. But I don't know a short word for surgeon. This could be heads, beads, reeds, leads. It's a lot of things. Strip of mowed grass. Don't actually know. Where were we at? We were on... Oh no, we were here and then we started working through there. So I think 26 is where we're at. Trails could be paths. Open air lobbies is probably atria, which is the plural of atrium, that's a crossword-ese word. That's a thing that you would never say in real life, but it comes up all the time because it's got A's and T's and R's and I's. It's easy to plug into a 5-letter space. Menial workers dismissively. I would think grunts, but that doesn't fit there. Don't know the strip of mowed grass. I accidentally looked at it across, but I didn't see what number it was, and I barely looked at it, so I'm already kind of forgetting what it is. Commercial lead into pen. Is EpiPen a brand? I'm going to try it. Cover completely. Don't know. Anger leads to hate. Hate leads to suffering, said Yoda. Surgeon for short. Already looked at that one. Riddle. Something you might clear to improve memory. That is your cache. That's a computer memory it's talking about. I will say, I do Sundays. I rarely publish Sundays, and a big part of it is it's a mental load. Doing it and talking, and it's a long puzzle. So a lot of times, as I go and I get about halfway through, suddenly clues become harder for me, and it's... I struggle so much. That's happening right now. So I did really well at the beginning, and I don't want you to think from that this is really easy. I think I got some words that worked for me, but it's like in the second section, between the mental load of trying to infer from the across and talking about it, I'm struggling a lot more with these downs to think about what will go there. Undergarment for a dress. I think this is a slip. I had thought slip for moving around the road, but that is a skip. Acorn producers. They're. I was gonna say I thought they were oaks, but that doesn't fit. It has to be elms, but oaks does fit. I'm telling you, this is my mental load. Frosts as a cake is ices, so Isis. The ice is slippery. Isis. 62 across is probably lace. 66 is probably IKEA, and 69 is probably pissed. So, so keep cool in a pool, perhaps, is probably beat the heat. So then 24 Beale is probably a person's name. I know there's Jessica Biel is an actor, but I don't know if that's how her name is spelled. 26 is paper or pager. 35 has got to be at ease. 39 is probably trot. 43 is going to be hint, hint, because we understand these themes. Yeah, so, okay. Now menial workers are starting to make sense. It's peons. 47 is Sasha. That's probably clued with one of the Obama daughters, which is always fun. This came up in another one that I solved before because they're both 5 letters and both start with A, so it does not narrow things down as much as you would think. 55 across makes me think we got something wrong because that doesn't look like it could turn into anything unless it is a proper name. But let's keep doing downs. So we had 57. Hawaiian Banquet is a luau. Fairy Tale Baddie is probably an ogre like Shrek, and that is another crossword word that comes up a bunch. PhDs is professor's degrees, so 59 would become lop, which does work. I figured out 63. Did you figure it out? I'll leave it for now, but we're gonna get it. PhDs, so 6, and then yeah, let's finish these. Big name in fleecy boots. That's UGG. What a good joke never gets. It never gets old, which makes 68 lard, which would work, and 71 dues. I'm not putting in the O yet because I want to see if you figured out 63, but also as soon as I press it, it's the last down, so it's going to switch over to the acrosses. Actually, I'll do this again. I'm going to close my eyes. I'm going to put O, and then I'm going to hit the space bar, which is going to switch it back to the downs, and then we'll be good. So O, space bar. Cool. 30 down, strip of mode grass. Have you figured out 63? Nudge, nudge, wink, wink, hint, hint. This is going to be cough, cough. It is very annoying to put these in just from the downs, but okay, so now we're in tricky territory. Now I've gone through all the downs and I've solved the ones that I know for sure, and now it's really like inferral time. I've done it a few times, like I got peons that way, but like this is tricky where it's like I don't know these and I gotta sort of figure it out. Strip of mowed grass, I just don't know. I mean, 29 is probably eat, but it could be like EST, either like est or like short for like Eastern Standard Time. Oh yeah, that's probably what it is. I think a swath would be a strip of mowed grass. So this is probably piece for 40. I don't know what cover entirely is gonna be. I don't know how 51 ends. Etc. Okay, let's see. I feel pretty good about beat the heat because I had that EAT there. And the fact that I have those and that they fit for this makes me think that I should feel good about this section, because if these three led to that and then these fit here and I had those, I actually had the clues for those should all be fine. I know that anger leads to hate, hate leads to suffering is correct because that's Yoda. Like, I just know that quote. I mean, it's not just a quote. Like, that was a meme. That was a major line in the episode 1 trailer in 1999, 97, whenever it came out. And cash. I was tricky, but something you might clear to improve memory. I mean, it fit for cough, cough. It seems like, so, like, all this seems right, but, like, 55 just seems... Oh! No, I got it. I was thinking of one word. It's this would have been easier if it's Posmo where they separate the words. It's going to be so I hear. So that is fine. So 51 can be just et ceteras, plural. Is that a thing? By the way, when I say et cetera like that, That's not how I say it. I mean, I guess it is how I say it because every time the phrase comes up, I'm referencing community. So it's one of those things where I've done it enough that it has become how I say it, but know that I'm doing it ironically every single time. This is oh no, it could also be place, but that's not going to work with the N, so it's almost got to be piece for 40. But I'm struggling with what this cover completely would be. I just don't know. So let's look at other things. Catch all category. I don't know. Riddle. Surgeon for short. OR doc. Because then 45 could be toiled. This would be reads. And they do like putting OR in there. Is this my last down? No. It's going to go to riddle after this. Okay. So I don't have to do my weird speed. 54 is my last down. I wish that got me more. I still feel like I mean, 53 could be so much, 58 could be so much. So it's like I still kind of got to get 54 or 49 to do this. What could 67 or 70 across be? I want huge is what I want for 47, but there's too many letters. Huger, more large. I feel like I should be able to get 41. I have so many letters for it. In snare, in cover, in... let's see. This almost has to be a vowel. Otherwise, we're going to have 4 consonants in a row. In... A, inus, I would be also ennis, you would be innus, Y is nothing, O, inos. I mean, I don't feel a super confident, etc. So, but I don't know what else. Oh, it could be etch. Enshroud is to cover completely. Maybe. Oh no. Uh-oh. Don't give me, it's going to give me an across, isn't it? No, it's down. Okay, cool. I hate this mouse. I can't use it anymore. Okay, so 67 probably is huger or something like that. 48, it looks like it should be shy, but another one they like to do is show, which is often clued as being like short for Showtime, the channel. Riddle. What could it be with O? I don't know. Let's try huge. And then would this be edge? Riddle. This is a riddle. Catch-all category. If I did put it as huger, or could edge-er could also be a thing. So, I mean, I feel less good about that. I feel bad about both of them. Could be Hughes, like a bunch of guys named Hugh. Maybe Edge, but Hughes wouldn't work either because we just got so much there. What? Oh, this is other. At catch-all categories, other. We're so close. It went to the across, but I did not see it. I was looking at the letters. I still don't know what the clue is. Close call there. What could possibly go there for 67? I don't know. Riddle. This could be Ito. For 58 is the main thing I can think of. Riddle. What if I put in a Y there? This could be rods. Pods. I don't think there's many vowels that could go there. A-odds, I-odds, oo-odds, oods. So that almost tells me that 48 does have to be show. Is this a riddle? Rods, pods, bods. And we don't even know that's, it could be, there's other vowels. I mean, it could be like a proper name that I just don't know. What could possibly be 67? HUG blank E. Um, I know that cough cough is right. I'm not 100% on edger, but I know that other is right. And so if I already have all of those, it seems very unlikely there would be anything else besides edger. It's got to be about like edgier. Yeah, that's got to be edger. But I'm just, these other words are not giving me a lot. I feel like 53 is my spot to get something because, yeah, what do I get for rods? Riddle. See, riddle can be a verb or a noun. I'm only thinking of the Riddler from Batman, but like puzzle, and even like a riddle, it could be a puzzle where it's tricky to solve, or it could be like a good play on words. This is gonna be so embarrassing when I get this. I'm at 22 minutes. This is my slowest Monday time ever. Grudge, drudge. Those wouldn't even fit because the G would have to be one more down. You're screaming this at the TV right now. Rods, pods, bods, nods. That's a new one I didn't think of. Nods is what gets it. Oh, and she. I'm thinking shy or show, and she is a much more common word. So Ito was right. And 67, much like 55, is it's two words. It's not one. So the riddle is enigma, and 67 is hug me. I'm gonna be so happy if when I put this M in here, I hear the music. Oh, I mean, pretty good for not reading the across clues. But let's see if I can see anything. I mean, I didn't feel good about this one. But like, okay, let's go through all these again. Chicken leftover is bone. BJ stew is a butt. Musician's conclusion, coda. Beer barrel, keg. These all seem good. Since you've been gone, I feel good about it. Tussle, I did not feel good about. But everything else seems to work. Stags, Ionic, Nudge Nudge, MCs, Beal, Est is the closest, but there's ways to clue that. And for as well as gigantic for beyond big, scene for big public argument. This one I didn't feel great about, but I can't think of anything else that would be in there. I feel good about brownies. I don't feel great about here, but it's also like teat and cree I feel good about. It's just hutch. But currency that replaced the market by euro I feel good about. Aced I feel good about. They I feel good about. So that's the problem. I can't think of anything else that would go there because these three letters really seem to be right. Because it's like CBD brownies, first off, wouldn't get you baked because that's like non-psychoactive. I don't know how particular they are about that, the old gray lady, but then like C and D would ruin 10 and 19. Emirs I feel pretty good about because that came up recently, though often I misspell that one. Yank works. You could also clue that as being an American. Beat the heat I feel good about. Trails. Atria. Peons could be spelled wrong, but I mean that also fits with the downs or the acrosses. Swath I felt weird about, but it also fits. Viola. 42 looks weird. It could be not I. Skids, looses, toiled and reeds are good, but like contributed case should be anti. I can't think of like skeds is not gonna change it. It's still that. So where are we at? Swath. Epi I felt weird about, but like at ease, hint, hint, those work there. Peace is definitely a word. There's not much else that could go there. Enshroud, maybe I spelled wrong, but peace, hint, hint, she, etch. Maybe it's something with the Edgar, but enigma feels right, other feels right, ugh feels right. Let's keep going. Let's keep going. OR doc, slip. I mean, so I hear I felt good about Acorn Producers, ISIS, Luau, Ogre, PhDs. Okay, now I'm just going to go through and look at all the acrosses and see if any of them look weird without looking at the clues. Back, stags, teat. Hutch still looks weird. Beal is a little weird. Est could be strange. Otherwise, everything else looks good. So I think it's time to look at the across clues. Let's start at 42 and see what we've got there. Response to the little red hen. Not I, so that's what we thought. That hurts. Ouch. Ha, okay, so it's not THE, it's pot brownies. So Pete works, ouch works, and then tree should give us the answer. Okay, cool. That's pretty good for not looking at the across, don't you think? I mean, and like this one, I knew what it was, but it just got tripped up on, these tricky things. Oh, you know why I struggled so much? Because I forgot to ever mention the authors' names. Jess Schulman and Amy Walker. That is a fun theme. You did a good one. I had fun making this. I think I will publish this, and if you found this excruciating to watch, tell me. Goodbye.